Hello, hello, hello. I know you guys seen me at the beginning. Oopsie doopsie. The intro didn't play right away. Oh, howdy, howdy. Hi, Sue. Hi, Cheryl. Good morning, Brioni. Hi, Nicole. That looks weird. Anyways, hello. Happy Thursday. Thursday. Oh, Nicole, I'm glad you're here. Well, at least I can see chat now in Facebook. Yeah, I could see it too. I don't know what was the deal. Hi, Sandy Clean. Hi, Helen. Troy. One thing that's really frustrating is, let me do it right now. Every single live that I post on the book, they try to copyright it, and I have to dispute it every single day. Every single day. They try to say that I'm using unlicensed stuff, which I'm not. Nobody has license to my voice, obviously. And the music at the beginning is licensed through Epidemic Sound, which I've had forever. But every single live, they have been doing it to me, and I have to dispute every single one. So I don't know if that has a little bit to do with it. Hold on, I'm fixing something because I know they're gonna slam me again. But it's just really aggravating because stop. Like, I don't know. And I can't do anything about it except submit a dispute every single one. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Hello, Miss Edie. Hi, Laveda. Thank you for sprinkling. Yeah, so it is a pain because if I forget or if I don't go look, then it has these big, not following the rules and muted in so many countries and blah, 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 blah. And then they release a claim. But if I look at my videos, all of them have like these yellow exclamation marks because there's a dispute on every single video. So when I'm done with this one, Troy, when I'm done with this one, 5 minutes later, they'll put a claim on it and I'll have to dispute that one. It's aggravating. Yeah, I see it's happening to everybody because I'm an admin on people's page. And for whatever reason, I get the email notifications that PM Studio, blah, 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 has done a copyright claim on Decoupage Queen. So-and-so and so-and-so has done a copyright claim on L&J Goods. So-and-so and so-and-so has done a copyright claim on... But it's daily on mine, every single day, every single video. And I'm going to keep on doing it because it's the same stinking intro that I've had for 4 years. Whatever. You guys are dumb. Hi, Mac. I know he's all dappered today. There's nobody who cares enough, Sue. Nobody cares enough to clear it. I found out from one of my friends the other day that they have never gotten their monetization checks, that somebody in India has been getting their checks the entire time they've had their page. And even though they've contacted Facebook, they've told them this, that, and the other, nobody has, the entire time that page has had revenue, it goes to somebody. She's tried to change all the information, blah, 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 blah. She told Facebook, you better never send me a 1099 because they have not helped her whatsoever for 4 years. Somebody else has been making money. So it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Hi, Kathy Nappet. So I have finally, what am I doing with the bread? What am I doing with it? No, I'm not going to open it. Like, bring me what you want. Go get me what you want. So yesterday FedEx finally came. And they brought me some goodies. Also, if you've seen the Season of Grace is what Q4, the next Prima redesign with Prima releases. So sneak peek start today. And then they're going to do the live reveal on redesign at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So they're going to do the live reveal, and they're also doing giveaways during the reveal. So make sure you tune in. And then, of course, that same day, which is the 16th, I believe, is that a Thursday or something like that? What am I supposed to put in the bread, Mama Boy? I made you fried rice. We will go through each and every single one. Just grab some coffee, tea, whatever your beverage of choice is, because I told you guys, I warned you guys. He took the plate back. I got every single piece. It's sitting right here in my hot little hands. Ooh, can you guys see it? I might need to move it. So, we're going to go through them, and it's going to be beautiful. But Troy will have you up. I am up at that time. Hi, Tina. How are you? It is Thursday. Okay, so I have brought in, hi, Carol. Hi, Jeanette. So our sweet Araceli's asked me to go on a hunt to find this color, and it is a gorgeous color. And oddly enough, when I started searching for it, it never came up. I don't forget when people ask me to search for things. I search, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It's really weird how it works. Anyways, so the other day I just decided, let me just do a search for acrylic paint, and it came up. So she requested that I find her the color red wine. We're going to open these up. I'm going to show you. Nicole had asked me if I had a pearl white. I told her that I knew that Finnabair had one, but it had been sold out. So I, while searching for Ari's, I searched for Nicole's, and look at this one. And then you guys already know that I love my teals and my greens. And since it's going to be, red and green season pretty quickly, I also picked up this one, which is dark forest. And I picked up this one, which is emerald green. So let me just show you this little color theory that we have going on. Look at that. Now this one is coming off very blue, but this actually looks like the sparks color, and these are the metallic colors. Okay, so these are the metallic paint colors. This looks like the sparks. Is it night shadow? I believe it is, but it is not the spark, so it doesn't have that twinkle. This is the acrylic. So let's open these up. I'll do a little swatchy, and you guys, I'm telling you, gorgeous. Oh, do we have a black piece of paper? A black piece of papal. What can we use that's black? Because we need something black for the white. I have cardstock in my room, but I don't want to. Shoot, I didn't think that far ahead. Anyways, doggone it. Shoot. Okay, well, anyways, I just have a little piece of board here. Let me see if I have anything down here. Sometimes I have like little bits of cardstock, but I don't think I have black. Oh, wait. Nope, that's foam. Nope. All right. Let's swatch these, and I'll show you how beautiful they are. I can't even find anything around here that has like a black. I see something right here, but I don't want to use that. Okay, anyways, let's get my desk on screen. Go get the black you need. Okay. I'm going to take you with me. You guys are going to hear me really well. I just want you guys to see that beautiful pearl. I'm just going to grab a piece of cardstock in my room of cardstock here. Oh, one piece is nice. Oh, I guess I could. It's me, you goobers. Hello. Troy, are you going to come and do something with this bag of bread that's on my desk? Okay, so we have white and black. Let's get my desk on screen. Hi, Miss Connie. Hi, Barbara Ross. Okay, so let's start with emerald green. I actually have emerald green. Well, I have had it before. I don't think I've ever had red wine. I know I've had these because all I used to use in the past was Finnabair paints. That's all I used was Finnabair products, period. But I don't think I've ever had red wine, so I'm excited to see what that looks like. Hi, Lori. Hi, Ashley. Pretty in pink. Oh, thank you. All right, so look at that yumminess. Come, come, come. All right, so if you can see, it does a little shifty. On the white, it's gonna pull the blue. On the black, it's gonna pull that green. It's gorgeous. Oh, my banana daiquiris, that's pretty. It's gonna drip on my hand. Please don't. So that is our emerald green. All right, let's wash the brusha. So I don't have to clean 8 million brushes today, just, 6, I guess. All right, let's rinse that off. Make sure there's nothing left of that. So now this one is called Dark Forest. Hi, Joanne. Good day from Australia. Hi, Margaret. All right, so now look at this beautiful, rich. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Oh, so now this one is dark forest. Dark forest. Look at that. Oh, my banana daiquiris. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah. So, anytime we use metallics, we always say if, you use a black base, obviously, you won't have to use as many coats. I will tell you, this is a cardstock. It's a very slick, glossy, shiny cardstock. If it was had a little bit of grip to it, like even clear gesso, it wouldn't streak so much like that. But this is a clear. This is actually the comic book board card. This is what I use to like separate stuff. That is gorgeous, y'all. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. They're in your cart. All right, let's wash the brusha. That was dumb, Terry. You stuck it in the clean water before you put it in the soapy water, you bozo. Good grief, Ola, sometimes. All right, now this is the color that Ari Silk. Oh, that didn't. Okay, the top came right off with it. Look at that. I will tell you on camera, I don't know if it's doing it, it's very rich. It doesn't lean pink at all. It's a very rich, deep wine color. So, hold on a minute. Oh, okay. Hold on. Troy's got my... There we go. He's got my... he had my lamps on a different color, on a different mode. All right. So, again... Excuse you. Son, can you put that bread away if you're not going to have me make you a sandwich, babe? Again, if you put some grip down, it would be much better. So this is not... I know, bud. I know, but it's not going to come today. Troy. So we will... That's not doing it justice, and it's making me mad. So hold on a minute. Well, I'll just do another coat over that. Again, because it's such a slick surface, and I will actually change the brush for the white. Very pretty pearl. And then let's just grab another one here. And then, hi, Cindy Truitt. I know, son, it's not going to come today, though. They can't deliver it till tomorrow. All right, and then this is a pearl. Ooh, look at that. Wowee. And then obviously on white would just be a very gloss. But, ooh, I'm kind of impressed by that swatch of the white. I was thinking it would go gray, but it's very pigmented. So let's get... It was actually pretty funny because I loaded these last night at about 9:30 my time, and about 9:48 my time, Ari messaged me and she was like, my friend, you actually have this name it's on there twice. And I was like, oh shoot, sorry. So it was emerald green twice, and I changed it to dark forest. That I didn't even notify anybody. I put it on there so late, so that would have been midnight most of y'all's time. And she had already, I don't know, her radar was up for this, so she purchased it right away last night. But they're beautiful, y'all. They are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it is a great white. Hi, Anna. How are you? Hi, Luann. I don't have a regular piece of paper. I would have used a regular piece of paper if I had one. Hello. I just don't have pieces of paper sitting on my desk. Hola, Olga. So again, this one is white pearl. This one is red wine. This one is dark forest, and this one is emerald green. And again, the emerald green is very, 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 very reminiscent of well, actually, that's Green Goblin. That's not even the one I was thinking about, but it's very similar to that as well. I was actually thinking about Night Shadow, wherever Night Shadow is hiding. Somewhere in here. Anyways, Night Shadow is what this one reminds me of, but in the sparks. And you'll know the sparks have that black top and the metallics have silver. Oh, here it is. It was hiding. So you see, very, very, very close to each other. Again, the sparks, though, has that like sparkling. I'll just show you instead of trying to continuously explain it. The sparks, I also tell you guys, if you hit this with water, it takes on a whole nother effect. So you can see it's a little more true to teal, but you're missing out if you don't play with the sparks with a little bit of water. You see that? Look at how beautiful. So you can use your sparks in a couple of different ways. I love to mix a little water, and you guys know how like when I'll pick up my board and I'll knock the board on my table to get it to run, the sparks just give beautiful color like that. So, all right, those are new colors. I will tell you this is already out of stock in Prima redesign because I guess I bought them all. So get yours before they're gone. I'll hold them up closer for you. So these are the 4 new colors, not new to Finnabair, just new to the store. This one has been in the store. Ooh, that was pretty. So this has a little bit of the pearl on there. That pearl sure is pigmented, y'all. Look at that. It just covered those right up. Holy guacamole. That white is something fantastic. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hi, Shonda. Hi, Joy. Hi, Sandy Hinkleman. All right, let's get back to the box that we were working on yesterday. So like I told you, once the front dried, I would take the hinges off of here and then paint that white. One thing that I didn't do was just kind of sand that little area there. And it's funny because you can feel it when you run over it with your finger that everything else has been knocked down smooth and that is still quite rough. Man, I put those boards in my trash and now nothing will go in the trash. So hold on before all the baby wipes end up on my floor. Okay, I didn't take off any brush guards. I don't really want that brush. It's a little bit too. Okay. Let's get our 3D gloss gel. And you guys know you can put this on with the brush. I also like using the little spatula. Either way. It's beautiful here today. It's nice and breezy. The windows are open. Let's go this way since I'm a lefty. And I am going to pull it a little taut because I want that corner to be nice and crisp. I'm going to use the back side of my squeegee here because I don't want that on the felt. I can already tell I'm going to need some more 3D gloss gel up there. But I want the edges to be very crisp. Trevor actually messaged me at like, I don't know, 4 o'clock yesterday. And he said that they were actually going to have dinner at a restaurant and then he'd be home. And I thought, because last time they didn't get home until way after, I don't know, I think it was 9:30 or so. So they had the recruiting that they do at the college, the way that Trevor found the company when he was in college. So anyways, I guess this one was early. He didn't tell me. I guess I really didn't ask either, but so I guess they actually got there at like lunchtime, and so he was home early. But something that was pretty cool is I guess one of the ladies from the school was saying, do we have any alumni here? Because, they were going to do some kind of drawing or a prize, some kind of giveaway or something or another. And so Trevor and his coworker are alumni. And so she said, well, if you guys want to put your business card in the, whatever it was for the drawing, there's 2 prizes. So just put their business cards in. And then I told Trevor, I said, you have business cards? And he started laughing. He goes, yeah, actually, he ordered them because of the last time that they were there, they needed the business cards. So he had ordered them so that he, would have them for this time. So anyways, him and his coworker, they put their names in, and wouldn't you know it, they both won. And it was pretty cool. The lady had said that she had never picked winners from the same company before, so that was pretty funny. But they both won, and he came home with a whole bag of stuff. Troy Lightsey, ¿cómo está? Let me help. Wait. You're going to put your knee right on the plug, Mama. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. But I was like, wait, let's talk about the business card thing. You have a business card? I want one. And he kind of laughed because he must have known I was going to ask for one. So he reached in the bag and he grabbed it out and he handed it to me. So I have it back here with my stuff. Like, wait a minute. I want a business card. Oh, you want to use this as your table? There you go, babe. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Patty. Yeah, it was pretty funny and I had wondered because Trevor, they on campus they used to do that a lot where they would have like little booths set up and give the students things, and he had brought a bag home, and I recognized the bag because he'd get them quite often when he was there during the 4 years he was there. But I didn't really think much of it. I thought, well, maybe, they were handing out brochures, whatever. Maybe they get, that was what he was carrying or whatever. But he was like, no, I won. Thought that was pretty cool. So, anyways, all right. Let's dry this, and then we're going to get the excess off. I now have Troy and Onyx both by my feet. I don't know. There was like a bunch of cool. I seen like they always give like tumblers, and I think there was a hat in there or something like that. They always give a bunch of cool stuff out. Oh, and that was another thing. He told me that they went to the Halloween store, and I guess they're going to do dress up again at his work, for Halloween. So I told Trevor, I said, this time, like this weekend, you need to tell me what you want to be so that way we can thank you, Carol, so we can get it right. I can get out all the theater makeup and I can do what you want to do instead of telling me the night before and me not having the right stuff out, me doing splatters on his shirt at the last minute. This is so satisfying. I love this part. Don't mess with each other. Did I really put that brush in water? Stop it. Oh, you bozo. Dang, you're a bozo, man. I even know not to put it in water yet because we have to check all the edges. Mm-hmm. Golly, I swear I scare myself sometimes. Does anybody get all into it when you're handing out candy? Do you dress up or anything? When Trevor was in middle school, because he would always have me do his makeup, I don't know, we did Frankenstein, we've done Dracula, we've done, I don't know, all kind of different things. Troy was the mad scientist, whatever. I would put on a little outfit, like the 80s we would do like 80s dress up and what, baby? Hey, what are you doing with my cards? He's got the playing cards. Those are not paper. Don't write on them. That's mommy's mini stuff. I always think it's fun when the kids take, or the parents take the kids up to the door and like the adult giving out candy is dressed up. I don't know. I always got a kick out of that. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Angela. You did every year until COVID? The parrot down the back is a talking up a storm this morning, driving me bananas. The parrot down the back? All right. I'm actually going to pull this over this way. Instead of cutting it. Okay. And then let's work on, because that edge I know needed help. That way it's kind of, as seamless as possible. And then let's look, because typically when you do it the way, no, don't open the cards, loco. No, mommy. No. No. Is there one open that you could play with? All right, you can have one. Don't get in my tissue, rice paper. Typically, if you do it the way that I do it, when you have a lot of excess overhang, you want to come back and check all of your edges, because there's going to be somewhere where you're going to need a little bit more glue. And it's because, I have so much overhang that it goes a little bit between me not trying to get excess glue on the scrap piece. See, look at that whole corner. One of the corners that butted up. Or not butted up, but this corner where we started needs help. And so, hi, Tina Roy. And so the chaos begins. Oh, goodness gracious. The chaos begins as soon as the boy's eyeballs open, Barbara Ross. As soon as his eyeballs open up, he's like, it's time to start the day, Mom. Let's get this chaos rolling. All right. We'll check these edges again. We're obviously going to need to put some varnish on the top. I was thinking about, are these poppies? Before I say wrong, are these poppies? Because I was thinking about either doing the inside here with some of Finn's black glitter, but I want to make it like a little 3D. So the 3D, dun 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 dun. Now where did it go? See, I can't stand when something is where, oh, I'll just reach over, you guys. Don't worry, nobody has to move. That's okay. So what I was thinking is doing like a little bit of 3D varnish on the inside here, just the black, just to give it a little bit of dimension, and then sprinkling in a little bit of Finnabare's. I'm going to have to make him a name tag with Chaos Coordinator as his title. Up here, if you guys can see, a while back, that sign up there, it says Chaos Coordinator. Treese made that for me. Where is Treese, by the way? She's okay. Maybe she's with mom. But anyways, okay. But before we do that, I want to get to the top. So we're going to have to sand off where I just did all of that. What? You're forever on Amazon, son. If they're not going to bring you anything today, it won't come till tomorrow. What do you guys think about on the top, we go black with gold damask? I'm thinking about painting it black up here and doing gold damask. We're going to have to sand up there anyways, because there's a little bit of gold, in here, but I think it would be really slick to have it. That's okay. Nobody move. It's all right. I got it. Nobody has to move. They're like, no worries. We weren't going to move anyways, lady. What are you thinking? Why would we move for? I'm trying to look to see what stencil I want to put on the top, which damask stencil, because we have a ton of them. I think that's too big. I don't think I want that one. I actually think I want one of my favorites, because then we can do this one. Yeah, I think that's going to be the winner chicken dinner, because we have the smaller damask, which is an old stencil. But the damask tiles, I think, is going to be the winner chicken dinner. And then we'll do like that one in the middle. We'll do these dots. Yep. She's with her mom and sis at dinner today. Oh, very cool. I love it. It's okay, mommy. What? Sublimation paper, 8.5 by 14. What do you need sublimation paper for? And how do you even find sublimation paper? Here, baby. All right, let's get this painted black. I'm trying to think what I want to do to this black. I'm looking at all my product that's over there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's try not to use so much black that we're going to paint like a whole dresser drawer. I know, Bubs, but they won't bring it today. Amazon said, ma'am, you ordered too late, so we're going to bring it on Friday. Troy. I know. I try to tell them, like, Troy will be very mad. He needs it to come today. I know. So you can use, if you don't have this one, Mama's Damask is an amazing one as well. So Diva Designs, Mama's Damask is also beautiful too, but I think it's going to be a little bit too big. And then I think this one's a little bit too small. But either one of these will be beautiful, because you don't even have to take the full. You could take just that top part. I'm hungry. I didn't eat today. I know, Pops. Can you stop? Stop. Stop. All right. I will show you. They told me, no, ma'am, you didn't come through fast enough with that order. So we're not going to bring the phone case until Friday. So Troy is going to just be mad to you for another day. See? Right there, baby. I did order it. I tolded you. I ordered it. And then once the side and the back dry, I will cut it open. And then, I don't know. I don't think I've done a black velvet powder, but I'm thinking we might do black velvet powder. You know what would be really cool if we could figure out to do black velvet powder all at the bottom and then do in the center gold damask in velvet powder. I need to figure out how I could finagle that. I bet you we could. Because you guys know that would look pretty stinking amazing. Wouldn't it be funny if I was painting the bottom instead of the top? Hi, Phyllis. Have you not been told before to eat, to bloody eat? Huh? Hi, Connie Harmon. How are you? Found the gang. Oh, were you over on my business page? Oh no, you're on YouTube. They always do that to you, Ashley. Ashley, I've got all of your scraps together, I think. Because I thought that I had all the scraps that I wanted to send to you. And then I came over here and remembered when I was telling you guys that story about how when I reached on the top, all those papers came falling down on my head. There were scraps in there too, but that was already in an envelope. So I just need to make sure that I don't have any more scrap. Not that I only can send it to her one time, but you know. All right. Let's dry this and then we're going to sand it back, knock down all those little icky wood fibers that have poked up. I need my heat tool, baby girl. It was lonely over there. I'm sorry. What did you guys think about what I said with the little inside? I want to try to do black velvet powder on the inside at the bottom and have one single gold, or it would be yellow, I guess, damask. I think it would look very awesome. We've got to figure out. We got to try it. Okay, I'm going to change. Why is that white? I'm going to say. So since the box is not, it's got like a little rounded edge. I'm actually, you're seeing the color come through there or the box come through because I'm actually taking the paper off that was folded up on the top. Okay. All right. So now, really quickly, oh, this little Chicken Little. Oh, I knew he was going to open all those little cards and they were just going to go all over, all over. So I'm going to grab Cece's Filter Noir. I'm not even going to worry about changing brush. And I'm going to go over the top here. Yes, Phyllis, it's going to be Sunday. I'm going to have my auction on Sunday. It's just going to be very small. Well, I say very small. It's just going to be for whatever I have finished in the back here. Just because I really want to get rid of anything that might be Halloween-esque. Even though I don't think I have that much back there. It'll give me enough time to get it out. So it'll be Sunday at 3 o'clock my time, so 6 o'clock Eastern. All right, now let's go ahead and and I've told you guys with the Filter Noir, it is a glaze, so you can leave it like that if you wanted to, or you can kind of buff it out. Just buff it out. Poor Trev. This little shirt that Trev has given me has gotten cut up. All right, so because it is wood, though, I'm just gonna... Can you do the damask stencil first, velvet powder it, and then make a mask and do the rest with black velvet? Well, here's what I was thinking, Mary. Well, let's look at the stencil, because would there be any part of the stencil that we want black, right? So that's why I was thinking, like, do we do the black and then with like a tiny brush, because it can probably handle a bigger... No, we would probably want the same size, right? Because I think this one's just a little bit too big to fit top to bottom. Yeah, a little too big top to bottom. I do have another one sitting right here, though. Hold on. Another DQ. Oh, for heaven's sake, Betsy. Oh, for the love of Bob. Good cuggly muggly. Okay. I do have... Is this one probably a better size for the middle? Probably. So all of that fly is back. It's right there. I'm about to smack it, y'all. Don't you go on my drink, you nasty thing. You nasty bugger. All right, let's look. Oh yeah, see that one would be very neat right in the middle. So we would want all of this gold, but all of this would need to be the black. So, hi Rosie, hi Roxanne, hi Liz. So what I'm wondering is, shouldn't we do the black first and then put this on there? But how will I not get... I don't know, you guys. We have to figure it out because I think it would be amazing. Okay, so now we have that glaze on there. Let's go ahead and put that in the wall. You fly, I'm telling you, you better. Your days are limited, bro. I'm about to smack ya. Just don't get on my drink. I don't want you where my lippies go. Nasty. Mm-hmm. Black first, right? And then go in. Maybe we tape all of this off with like blue masking tape, right? We go back in and paint the decor glue tacky with like a small brush. And then once we have that in there, then tap it out. I'm almost going, but this has to be, oh man, this is, I'm going to need to cut this, aren't I? That's another thing. How am I going to get the stencil down there? See, we haven't cut the box open yet, so am I asking for too much? I'm probably asking for too much, aren't I? I feel like it would be stinking amazing, though. All right, so let's get this Mama Jamma centered as much as possible. Possible. What are you going to use in the middle, Terry? You're just going to... Okay, I do want a gold in the middle here. Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't need to go far, I don't think. Golden dust. I think golden dust. I think golden dust will do it. Okay. That was weird. I'm just gonna just put a just put it on there. I know there's gonna be crusty dusties that are gonna wanna fall on my lap. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. All right. You know, cleaning is overrated, y'all. Ever since I've cleaned, I can't find nothing. I can't find nothing. Where's my H2O scraper at? All right, just quit it. We've got something else. All right. Okay. So, I want that in the middle. We've got that kind of, yep. Yep. Nope. Wait, we've got the little swooshies. But these are lined up here. Is that gonna be crooked though, bro? We don't want crooked. I love you too. It's crooked or nah? Okay. I know. What if you put a fleur-de-lis in the center? It's more solid. Oh, that's true. That's true. And then there's not so many open bitsy bobs. Hey, is this upside down? You guys, is it upside down? A simple box, huh? Barbara Ross. Told you I would make it difficult. I think it's upside down, huh? Doesn't it go this way? Mary Casey, no? So this is the right way? Stephanie says yes. Patricia says no. Hi, Patricia. Miss Edie says yes, it's upside down. Miss Phyllis says yes, it's upside down. So basically, you guys, I really need you guys to help me. Like, get it together. Like, we can't play the guessing game. We can't play like some say yes and some say no, and then like Terry decide. I'm just over here baking bread. Thanks. It is upside down. Okay. Is that a pineapple on? Thanks, Ash. So it goes this way, right? Great. Now I get to put it in the middle again. Yay. It only took you 27 minutes to put it in the middle the first time. Okay. So we were looking at the dots. We got a little bit of a half moon at the dot there, and a little bit of a half moon at the dot there, a little bit of the swirl here, but we're way off over here. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Okay. You gotta do everything difficult. Nothing can be easy because you just make your life difficult every day. That's just your MO. You just like to do. I was like, he's not behind me. Hi, good looking. What you got? Don't put your face up against the screen, Papas. No, Mama. It's probably gonna give you the achewies. You're gonna have the achewies. I know, I see you. All right. It is what it is. It is what it is. If it's crooked, just tip your head. It'll be all right. The longer tip of the damask sits at the bottom. What? Tina, that doesn't help me. What? I don't know. Cleaning, oh man, I haven't even started on the workshop. I just said, wait, what? Is there even... Sounds like, yeah, it is a 50-50 chance. So, Tina, are you telling me it's upside down? Well, this is the way, this is the front. So I changed it to make it this way now. Just put it on. Okay. Really? You nasty. Oh, sometimes I hate having long hair. Nothing like a little DNA in your project. Hi. I know, I seen you. What? I know. Are you trying to get to your video and you can't get to your video? Hold on. Is there like a reason that you always smack the left hand? I'm just, I'm left-handed, in case you didn't know. My mom, like, really? I don't know. That was just dumb. Hold on, babe. Hold on. Okay, pasta sauce, man. There, baby. Oh. What's it doing? Is it not opening? There you go. Troy. I'm gonna you. Right in the kisser. You tell him, Onyx. You tell him, Onyx. So you guys remember, was it yesterday or day before? No, yesterday. Yesterday? Anyways, one of those days, yesterday or day before, yesterday I was like, where did you find that tablet? I didn't even know you had that tablet. Well, I went upstairs to the Troy boy's room. And he had emptied out his closet and his desk. He sure did. He sure did. He emptied out everything. All the backpacks was empty. All the phone cases were all over the floor. Oh, yes, they sure were. So he must have thought, hey, you know what? I used to have a tablet that I think I'm going to search for. And yep. See you later, alligator. What's today? Thursday. Have fun. Hasta pasta. Hi, Mary Sharky. Hi, Denise. Hola, Ari. Hi, Mama. Ari, I showed everybody the beautiful colors. Ooh, sucky now. Tell me that is not gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right. I know you guys were probably like, what is she doing? She's making a mess. I got it under control, guys. I got it under control. Look at that. Sweet. I think I pretty much got it all off. All right. So I'm going to give this a little wipey because it does have all of the glitter on there. You definitely don't want to just leave your stencil. If you're not live and you're crafting at home, go stick it in the sink. If you cannot, I'm telling you, if you have not bought yourself some stencil cleaner, you really need to. Just for the sheer fact of things that you thought you would never get off of your stencil will come off with the stencil cleaner. Another little thing, though, I will tell you, if you are sensitive to smells, you do want to step back or wear a respirator. One of the two, really. Oh, I have it by my sink. Hold on, y'all. Because it's very potent. So don't like take a big, deep breath in or anything when you're spraying this, or don't have a fan like blowing your way, because it's very potent in my humble opinion. So what you want to do is literally, and this is it, Pintart stencil spray. It's a must if you use stencils. So just let it sit on there. Again, don't inhale. It's one of those that kind of like, I don't know, it just, like you know when you take a breath and you wish you didn't inhale? It's one of those. So now you can actually just let it set and it'll be fine. Hi, Tanya. Oh, I missed it. I was prepping dinner. I'll watch replay account. Oh my goodness, they are beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty much right at the beginning, Ari. Okay, so let's dry this little. And then we're going to cut open the box. And I'm thinking I want to do a little bit of something on the rim, on the edge. Ari, were you just like, how did you even? I literally just put those on the website, and then you how did you know? Did you just feel like, oh, let me look to see if something's on there? Because it was so funny that I loaded those, and then I got the color because you wanted it. I thought it was so funny that as soon as I loaded it, you were the first one to notice that it was there. Can you guys see? Oh, my banana daiquiris. That's so pretty. I love these little boxes. Like, you could keep your little, stuff that you have on your desk or whatever. All right. So we want to cut this. I'm actually going to do something. You want to make sure that your blade is very, very sharp. Because this box is actually a softer wood as well. So you don't want to cut the box, right? You want to cut the paper. I didn't want to miss it. And you were absolutely the first one. Really? That's so funny. I'm sorry I waited so I just didn't. I figured, it was already late, so I just figured, well, I'll just do it when I'm upstairs and just kind of everybody's winding down. But I did tell you guys that the box was going to be delivered, so I didn't even think that you would be looking. Shoot, instead of making yourself crazy, continuously looking, I know you would never do it, but you should just email me, message me, like, excuse me, ma'am, can you please? Can you please put them up already? You guys know Ari, she would never. Okay, so now what I'm afraid of is because it is heavy body gel, so now I'm going to need to push the blade in there and make sure that the heavy body gel hasn't sealed the box shut anywhere, which I feel that it has in some areas. So we're gonna need to do a little sanding. I would have, but I know how busy you are. Oh, Ari, I would rather you just message me so you wouldn't have to keep looking like that. I feel bad. I didn't even think about the fact that you would be looking. So I'm getting the 3D gloss gel that kind of seeped on the inside. I'm just making sure that I sand it back down. Especially like right there. It's got some 3D gloss. Okay. So now is that the... Nope. This is... So... We still need to... Did I just get... I thought I got a sliver. We still need to... oh, you know what? Let's do that really quickly because I need to... I need to put the hardware back on. So let's get some gloss. Okay, I'm grabbing every one except for the gloss. Yes, she does. Uh-huh. Remember when I came on and told everybody that our friends need prayers? Like I said, y'all don't, you know, we all need prayers, but sometimes we can all use a little extra prayers. Okay, so in order for me to put the hardware on without having to deal with the, we're just going to really quickly put on a varnish. Is it PT time, son? Hold on a minute. I wish you wouldn't put it on my desk, baby boy. Onyx. Troy, you need to stop doing that, son. Hold on a minute, babe. I got you. I got you. There you go, baby. Nope, nope. All right. I feel like I had a sliver or something. And then we still need to obviously paint the box on the inside. And I want to figure out how the heck we're going to get a design in the middle there. And then I want to put something around the edges at the top as well. All right, let's do one more. And I didn't mention it, but remember, you really don't want to overwork the fabric paper whenever you're putting on the top coat. So I always suggest just going over it like one direction, fairly quickly, and then let that first layer dry and then do another coat. There's something that happens to the fabric tissue whenever you're putting the top coat on, and it almost feels like it wants to like roll, and I don't know, just like if you were to wet tissue, it wants to roll up. So I have found that when I'm sitting here doing this over and over, and it's the first time that it did that same kind of reaction to me, it almost felt like, I don't know, like it was balling up or something was happening. Whatever happened, I didn't like it. But from then on, all I did was go over it really quickly. I wasn't overworking it back and forth, back and forth. I would just go over it really quickly, and then from that point, it was okay. And then obviously when you put on, a second and third coat, it's fine after that. But it's that first initial coat, there's some type of reaction that happens, almost like when you're wetting paper, it doesn't like it, which is weird, right? Because you're putting glue underneath it. So I don't know. It's just something's happening that I don't like. So anyways, could be just me. I know Nicole says it has happened to her too. So, but if you don't overwork it, then it's fine. Yeah, it's like it wants to curl or do something weird. I don't know. Strange. Really small wood-been rope trim painted black with gold dry brushing. Ooh, that would be really pretty. Yes, we could do that. Look at how pretty that is. That gloss. Gloss. This raw wood stuff, though, is kind of making me a little... Oh, did you move again? Yeah? Oh, good. So much better when I have space for my legs. Either I'm sitting on my phone or I have my feet back on top of the legs this way, which is not comfortable when you're a tall person. Because onyx is... Oh, I don't want to use that on my black on that brush. Onyx is under my desk or doing something. And then you guys know you cannot paint on paint. Will seal that puppy shut. So you absolutely need to put some transparent wax, which I didn't... Oh gosh, you guys, I didn't even realize I didn't have that in the store, which I have almost as much as the transparent wax as I do Umbra. So I loaded that into the store, I think earlier today. But you just run a little bit of transparent wax around the edges there where paint meets paint, and then you'll be fine. If you don't do that, you're going to be sad because it will seal itself shut. And it tends to be a little embarrassing if you're giving it as a gift or something and they can't open their box, especially if there's a present in the box. I'm not speaking from experience or anything because I've never done something like that. What do you think this is? Amateur hour? I didn't know when I first started. How did I know? I didn't know. I learned very quickly when Nick's mom couldn't get into her box 7 years ago. The box is probably still sealed shut because God loved that beautiful, amazing lady. I'm sure she didn't throw it away. So it's probably like a stand or something. How tall are you? I'm a shorty. I'm 5'9", my gal. Oh, yeah, leave it there, baby. It'll charge. I'm 5'9", so having my legs like propped back and bent backwards is no fun when Onyx, oops. See, good thing we just sealed that when Onyx is underneath my desk. You can leave it. Why are you hiding your phone? You don't need to hide your phone. I only hide the phone because I'm hiding it from you, you silly goose. There. Loco. Of course you want me to clean it. Mary Sharkey says, hi, Troy. Here. You don't always have to be messing with somebody. Here she comes. Back by my feet again. Thanks, Troy. Hey, you're dropping the gloss, babe. You're dropping the gloss. No. Because then I would have to get up, and I'm already sitting on my phone, so it's fine. Really? You act like you can't do it. You can do it. Faker waker. Onyx, come see Grandma. You guys make too much noise. That's what I just said. You guys make too much noise. You would have guessed that I was like 5'2"? Really? Nope. I'm 5'9". No, I don't want to put it there. You're setting me up. You want me to put it there, and then I'm going to put it there, and then you're going to go into Amazon, and no. I'm on to you, kid. So, you guys already know the deal. You do want to paint your color, your base, the same color that you're going to, put your velvet powder. So we're going to use black. So we want a black base. If you're using, pink or teal or whatever, just get as close as you can to the color of the velvet powder. And the idea is that if you miss a little bit, you're not going to have, whatever your surface is, it's not going to be sticking out like a sore thumb because you didn't paint it. So in this instance, we don't want to miss a little bit because then it'll be very apparent that the wood showing is missing velvet powder. So, and because we are using wood, it's soaking up the paint. Which is fine. But any other time, I don't put enough. I put too much paint. And then when I need to put more, it's always like that though, isn't it? 5'1", 5'8", formerly 5'9". That's what my mom used to. My mom said she was 5'7", in her good days. We're all pretty tall though. My brothers are 6'4", 6'1", I think. The oldest is the shortest of them all. He's 5'11", and then I'm 5'9". And my brothers are fairly tall. Although I feel like I'm almost the same height as my brother now. So I think my oldest brother, I think he might be shrinking. I'm sure I'm 5'8" on some days, especially when my back is bothering me because my posture is awful. When my back is bothering me, I feel like I'm like this. I have to ask Nick's mom. Miss Jessie, did you ever throw away that box I made you that you could never open? I'm sure she didn't. All right. I can't wait to put the black velvet powder in here because just like the red, I think it's going to be, not going to be able to see it well on screen so much, but I think it's going to be stunning. I'm going to say, did I miss spots? No. So we'll hit this with the dryer bit. And then, I guess I don't need to put the hardware on. It'd be easier to not and then do the velvet powder. 5'2", 5'2". I'm 5'6" and 120 pounds. Brioni. She says LOL. You're silly. That's funny. I look petite. Did I put the brush in the water? I was like always teased for like being olive oil in school because I was always taller than everybody. Tall and skinny. Super skinny. So then when I started like lifting weights and got real muscular, then I was like, the Amazon woman. Whatever. I really like it. I don't know. I think that's just a sharp little box. Okay, so Decor Glue Tacky is your number one friend. Number one friend when it comes to velvet powder. You need Decor Glue Tacky. I can't even recommend anything else other than Decor Glue Tacky because you need something that's super, super duper sticky. Even if you use, like, I'd had somebody ask me before if this would work, the gilding glue. I don't know. Try it and see is what my answer was. Gilding glue is sticky, but I don't know if somebody that would like throw their jewelry in here, if they're constantly, coming in and out of the box. I don't know. I have never tested it. I know though with Decor Glue Tacky, that's not coming off. There's nothing coming off. Once you put decor glue tacky down, you need to make sure that whenever you use decor glue tacky, that if you're using it for foil, you put foil everywhere on that tacky glue. If you're putting velvet powder, you put it everywhere because it will stay sticky until you put something on top of it. So if you miss it, it's going to get whatever lint, it's going to get whatever dust, it's going to get all of that stuff is going to stick to it if you miss any bit of it. So you absolutely positively want to make sure that if you're putting decor glue tacky down, that you put whatever you're putting on top, you get it all on there. So it goes on milky white. I always tell you guys, to me, it is super important that you get it to lay as smooth as possible, because if I were just to do just like that, you said get it on, Terry. Yeah. If I were to do it just like that and let it fly like that, when you put on your velvet powder, you're going to see where all of these thicker white parts are because there's more glue. You're going to see the velvet powder is going to be rippled and thick in those areas. So you really want to get as smooth as you can without a lot of excess in one area. And you want to watch your corners especially because, you know, when you're brushing, right, that's where it likes to gather. Now, again, that's just a personal preference. I don't like seeing the ripples. I want it to look smooth and, you know, as good as it can. So, again, that's just like my thing though. So, just my suggestion that you try to get it as smooth as possible. So it's going to go on milky white. When it goes transparent, it's ready. So as you can see, it's already getting clear. Everything you make is freaking stunning. Ashley, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know about everything. Some things are very questionable. Hence why they are on the naughty shelf. Okay, so you see like right there? I'm going to see that. So I'm going to go back over it and smooth it down because you'll notice that once it starts drying, it's even hard to move it with the brush. So just go back over it. Again, you know, nothing's perfect, right? That's handmade. But, you know, we all take pride in what we're doing. So you just, you know, want to do it as good as you can, right? And then you might say, Terry, you're crazy. I never see ripples. Well, then, you know, I never claim to have it, that I have good eyesight. Again, this is my personal opinion. Do what you wish with that. So you see how all of that is now no longer milky. So that's almost ready. Especially in the corners because that's what happens, right? It just gathers there. So you don't want a thick amount in the corners. Now, should we put it up here too? Or no? I'm almost thinking no, because although I want to put a gold damask in there. I just don't know how I would get a stencil down in there. So maybe we not do anything up here, and then we put the damask up here. Yes, Terry, your creations are top notch. Aw, thank you so much. Nope, don't use gilding glue. It's not as sticky. Put it in the lid. Put it in the lid? You think so? Put the tacky in the lid, or put the mask in the lid? I will tell you, it's been a long time that I have done a project and I've been like, dang, you did good. It's been a long time. And I think a lot of that has to do with I've just been super busy these last few months, and I haven't really sat down and thought about things and like looked on Pinterest and grabbed ideas, and so that's a little disappointing because usually there's a project where I'm like, man, that is killer. So I need to carve out some more time for me just to kind of do more of my stuff, without work and without the store and without having to worry about crunching time to pick up you know what I mean? Like, I need to figure out a schedule where I can kind of get back to a creative space. All right, so you guys know I just think whenever we're using velvet powder, it's just easiest to have I was going to say, it doesn't look like I cleaned it from the red. Look at that. That's from that red box that we did. And although you might think you're going to need a ton of powder, you really don't. So having a tray like this really helps because you're going to end up putting a lot of that powder back in to the jar. Yes, life gets in the way. Excuse me. We wouldn't watch you if we didn't enjoy. Trying to put the damask in velvet is way too complicated. I know, but like Barbara Ross said, like, here we go. I don't do things easy. Everything I've seen you make has been stunning. I've not seen anything that should have been put on the naughty shelf. Aw, thanks, Miss Kathy. That's so sweet. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. All right. So I'm super excited for this. I wish you guys could see it better. So the way I do the velvet powder is one way you could do it. People do it. I've seen people go in and start doing this and moving it around and all of that and this and that. I don't do that. I just do this. I just tap, but we're not going to tap with something white in there because that'll stick. What is that? Because it's very stiff. So I just tap and let it move all around. I'm sorry if that's annoying. But if you can see, let's see if the light will catch it. Hold on. I can't. Nope, it's not going to. It's all matte down here now, where she all up here is shiny because it's all sticky still. So it's just going to be easiest for me to go like this and tap it out. Can't get the light to shine in there. It's weird. Usually I can catch the light. You'll notice as well when you look at the velvet powders, some of them say like 17 grams, some will say like 7 grams, some will say 5 grams, some will say 3 grams. It's really weird. I don't know if, I'm assuming that for whatever reason, some colors weigh more than others. You're getting the same volume of it, but for whatever reason, weight-wise, it could be different on the outside. So there are these larger ones, and then there's this smaller, like they look at like they're in the pin forms. Those actually last quite a while. For me, I love, you can mix the velvet powders, right? And make your own custom colors. So having like your base colors of white and black and beige, it probably wouldn't hurt to have the bigger jar. But the other ones, if you're wanting to test it out, the smaller pin size ones are more than enough to do a couple of boxes. More than a couple of boxes this size. All right, so I'm looking in here to see if I see any shine. Now I'm just going to come in with my finger and make sure. Okay, I can feel like there's some in the corners. So I'm going to get I love using one of these, like, they're not necessarily chippy brushes, but we're going to get into that corner and make sure, because like I said, it'll stay sticky until you get that taken care of. You need to make sure all of that decor glue . All right. Yeah, it's just like when you're greasing a pan. All right. So now I'm going to take the brush, because believe it or not, there's quite a bit still of excess. So you want to make sure you go back in and brush that out. I'm going to put this back in the jar, so I want to get any of these loose little hairs. I don't want that in the jar. That might have been what was in there that last time. All right. I almost feel like, when I'm doing hula dancing and the guys are doing the drums. Okay, so I will actually kind of get this all in there, and you can see there's still quite a bit that fell out of that box. So as much as I put in there, it didn't take very much at all, because this was all the excess that came out of the box. And I have 2 sizes of these trays in my Amazon store somewhere. And the lovely Troy is definitely a Bontarian. All the things you do, there's a lot of perfection, care, and love. Aw, thanks. You guys are so sweet. I really didn't say that for you guys. But I appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. I wish you guys could see. I don't know. In this screen, I'm getting so much glare now from these big lights. I can't see what you guys can see. But this, I can this way, though. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Can you guys look at that? So a lot of you can see me putting my fingers in there, but do you guys see how level, though, and flat it is? That's why I was saying it's super important to me for you guys, it's super important to me to make sure when you're spreading out that decor glue tacky that it's smooth, because especially in something like this color, you would see all of those ripples, and personally, I just don't think it would look great to have all those ripples like that. All right, so are we almost out of time? We still need to do the inside. I'm not going to put this together just yet. I do, though, want to do a trim around here. So this little box somehow is going to be very complicated, isn't it? So I do want to put a little trim around here just because I don't like how it's paint meets paper, and it's just a blunt stop in beginning. I think that we can do a lot better there. Even if we were to put some corner huggers on here would be better than the blunt stop. It's very, very amateur. So we will put some type of border around here. I have a ton. Look at Onyx. She's looking at me like, you're coming this way. You're about to make me move. I'm going to try not to make you move. Let's not show all of our friends the new stuff and get Terry in trouble. So let's put that down here and keep it that way. We don't want to get in trouble. Let's see what we got. Ooh, wait. In the middle. In the middle. Golly, y'all. We need to start using some of our would you bin. I've got some pieces that are not. Hey, look at, we have wings back here that we need to use. All right, let's put that back in there. And the phone falls down because I'm sitting on it. All right, so what do we have down here? We've got the petite. That might be cute on there. That's too big. Wait, I got some rickrack that's sitting down here. Let me see. The only reason why I'm thinking something like a lace is because it would be flat, right? If we start going and putting would you bin on there, we're going to get some height up here on the edge, which isn't bad, and just something to think about. I do have a would you bin discount. I'll put it up on the screen in just a minute. It's TRI something or another. It's that TRI 10 with the percentage sign. What do you guys think? You're putting me on a stop order? Whose stop order? Wait a minute now. Who agreed to this stop order? Hi, Joanne. What do you guys think? We could do a simple rope. This one is it's like the dainty petite something trim, which is very pretty but very delicate at the same time. That won't give us too much height. That might actually be okay to put on there because it's got the twirls and swirls like the damask. I think we'll do this. I've got to leave you guys though. So we'll do this tomorrow. Yeah, that won't give us too much height. That'll be okay. I could dig it. So that one is $7.39. And if you want the rope just for kicks and giggles, that one is $7.31. Oh, look, it looks like we did some swatches on $7.31. Where are all of those 50 million rubber bands that Redesign sends me? Because this needs to be banded. I'll find them. Anyways, yeah, the petite. Yes, I agree. The petite is the way to go. So we'll put the petite on and we'll get that around the edge, and then that'll fix this little start-stop that I am not liking. Also, we will run some clear wax around the edge here after we do our CC Restyle glaze on the edge. So that way it doesn't glue shut. Look, there's particles in there from the wood you bin. Excuse me. Thank you. And then we'll do the inside lid. So we have just a little bit more to do. And I obviously need to paint the bottom because that is an absolute no-no. Ooh, did she get feeties? Oh. I think she needs feeties, y'all. I think she's kind of sophisticated. She needs some feeties. Yep. We're going to find her some feeties tomorrow. I probably have some feeties sitting down right here. We need to find her some good looking feet. I do. We need to find, ooh, we need to put some better looking hinges on her too. Look. See, we don't want those janky hinges. I don't know, these might be too big. No, look at how pretty those would be. Yes, we need to put some pretty hinges on her and give her some feeties. Look at that. She gonna be styling and profiling, y'all. Yep, we were gonna give her some feeties tomorrow. We're gonna make her cute. So we're changing her hinges though. Those hinges are beautiful. We're putting those hinges on instead of these little, cheapy weepy ones. So don't ask me what that was. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow when it's Friday. Friday! Yay for Friday! See you back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Talk to you later. Bye!